Okay, we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails Through Daybreak. And it is time to cash these suckers in. Were you able to get your hands on 12 different brochures for me? There you go, this should be all of them. Handed Old Master Kukai the complete set of movie brochures. All these look like a fun watch. The brochures will sure come in handy when I have to pick. If I even get that far, starting to feel like this will just make the choice paralysis even harder. I feel ya. But don't mind me, that's a job well done, lad. Thank you kindly for the brochures. And here's your payment. Received onyx steel. Is this some kind of metal? Yep, I came across it in one of my fishing trips. It's called onyx steel. We also call it star steel in the East. Very rare and precious metal you got there. Legends say a weapon crafted with it can cut down 1,000 enemies without showing any wear. Mighty impressive. But you need to be careful with it. Your run-of-the-mill smith won't be able to draw out its true power. You need proper technique to mold it. Heard you loud and clear. Appreciate it, old-timer. This is something else, alright? You're most welcome, lad. I need to find a specialist to handle this baby. Maybe I should see what old Giskar can do with it. I think I'll ask Catcher to get in touch with him for me. They really do just keep pumping out these old movies, huh? Guess that's to be expected. I'll give the brochures a good read so I can pick one. But if the sun sets before I make a pick, then we're going for Golden Blood Director's Cut. Man, they really want to see Judith. So, where was it? Was it Albert?
Taking off now.
But yeah, it kind of annoyed me in the other games, like, you get the... what do we want to call the Zemurian ore weapon, because sometimes it's the black ore, sometimes it's something different. I don't really remember all the specifics. And then in the next game it's obsolete, your run-of-the-mill weapon is stronger than it, and it's just like a plot hole we all conveniently agree to ignore. What is it, you need something from me? Yeah, I wanted you to check something out. And what would that be? Van showed them the onyx steel. Color me surprised, this is some real onyx steel. Quite a rare sight in the Republic. It's also known as star steel. It's a dangerously strong metal. Being quite honest, I've never had the chance to see some in person before. Thought if anyone might know about it, it would be either of you two, Professor, Supervisor. Even I've only seen it once before when I was younger, so I recall only a precious few blacksmiths in the East were skilled enough to work with it. Looking at it though, this isn't just one thing, it's a Zemurian ore alloy. Son of a... Zemurian ore, that rings a bell. Aren't the Empire's Divine Knights made from that stuff? That they are. Incidentally, it was Albert who devised how to process Zemurian ore. That's back in Sky 1. Following that, Gearhard established a means to process an alloy of it called Black Zemurian ore. All three disciples sure get around, huh? For their names to be spoken of even in relation to this, they're amazing. That they are. They've managed to surprise me on occasion. This would be as hard to process, harder even than Black Zemurian ore. I have, however, studied the professor's ore processing methods. Given enough time, I might be able to make it happen. Frankly, it's a good opportunity to test my skills. If you want me to make a weapon out of it, I'll do it no charge. I ain't saying no to that. Thank you very much, Supervisor. Nothing to thank me for, lad. Full disclosure, making weapons with this amount is only going to be enough to arm a single person. The bigger issue is figuring out a good space to work. Maybe the workshop in Old Town? Doubt they'd turn me down if I said it was for Chief Engineer Giskar. Alright then, I'll trust you. Once you've chosen who's gained what, come talk to me. Got it.
Well...
Alright, whose weapon do you need me to work on? So I don't think there's anything special about these other than just the sheer number, so... Could you make me a stun caliber?
Yeah, leave this to me.
Van's group retrieved the equipment from Old Town and has Giskar work on their weapons.
There. All finished.
Dawn Fang. This is one hell of a weapon. Your skills are the real deal, no wonder you're the head of Bossel's Artisans. It's nothing special, plenty of folks who make weapons like these. Anyway, if you pick up any more onyx steel, you let me know. If you're okay with me working it, I'll always be glad to. Appreciate it, Supervisor. Unlimited power unlocked. So in case you're wondering, you are able to get more of the onyx steel, you just have to have maxed affinities in order to do it. So you can see the brochures, onyx steel weapon forged. So I'm claiming that one to see. Here's 3. Huh, we never got Burgard as Employee of the Month. That sucks. So it's a 100-point jump. Onyx steel that shines like the dawn. Yeah, that kind of annoys me that this is supposed to be on par with black Zemurian ore, and well, we know there's going to be 2 games coming out that are going to have better crap, so
May we be on our way.
I should just jump closer to the board now that I think about it. I'm hung up on the stupid... Just read the board, damn it.
Let's see what we've got.
For the kids, there's something I'd like to request of you as a fellow lover of sweets. I'm currently at Macmillan Cafe, so if you have time, come on down. There's still lingering scent, gotta check the other bulletin boards. Didn't expect to get us a job from Odette, though. Can't say I'm not intrigued, definitely want to hear about that one. We're doing hers last.
May we be on our way.
Should have grabbed this while I was here, but I jumped to the terrace instead.
Let's see.
The Autobahn Showdown. Since the Revolution Festival is upon us, let's have some fun as fellow street racers. Need your help to make this happen. I'll wait in my old man's maintenance shop. Graham. Trying to remember what's closest to it. I think it's probably the factory. I was hoping to just jump to the floral shop since it's right there,
Thanks
but
for stopping by.
What do I do?
Let's see.
my best friend Jess left behind a message and disappeared. Doesn't seem like he's in danger, but I have to see him in person and tell him something. Can you help me? I'll be waiting at the Shear House in Old Town. Okay, that should be all the bulletin boards I've got sent. Let's get through as many of these requests as we can, but that all depends on how busy we are. So the Shear House is basically just a house shared by tenants, I guess. That'd be the way to describe it. Kinda obvious, I assume. Hey Van, thanks for coming. Sure thing, figured I'd hear you out at least. You wrote that Justice has disappeared, right? Yeah. You know who he is, don't you? Yeah, we cross paths at the station from time to time. Did a small job for him a while back, too. Interesting, I didn't know that. Anyway, when did he go missing? He was already gone when I woke up this morning. Went into his room to check in on him, but found this note there instead. I know this is sudden, but I have to leave. The longer things go on, the harder it is for me to bear it. Don't worry about holding on to my things. You can go ahead and get rid of them. Thanks for everything and sorry for all the trouble. Goodbye. You're supposed to say, thanks for all the fish, but... oh well. Alright. From the look of it, none of y'all were expecting this. No, he never said anything about leaving. We were having dinner just fine with my sister just last night. Has anything unusual happened to you lately? Shouldn't that be happened? Let me think. You know, things did feel a little awkward between him and my sister. Something else happened that stuck out to me, yeah. Mind sharing? Sure, it was 3 days ago. Jess was going to have a nighttime show over at Riverside, so I went to check it out. But he never showed up to it. They had to cancel. He bailed out on a gig at the last minute? That ain't normal. Yeah, he'd never done that before. I asked him what happened the next day, but he wouldn't answer me. Everything else was fine, so I didn't bring it up again. And by this morning, he'd already departed. Well, at least it doesn't look like anything illegal happened. Yeah, and I didn't think it was worth bothering the guild over it. Instead, I took some time off work today to look for him. I've been everywhere I thought he might have gone to, but no luck. I don't think I can do this by myself. That's why I decided to ask you guys for help. You've got a good rep of doing good by your clients. Yeah, it makes sense. Think I could grasp on this whole shtick now. In that case, will you help look for him? I'm not trying to pressure you. And it's worth 5. Sure, we can pitch in. I'm so glad, thank you. Not to change the subject, but didn't you and Jess grow up together? Uh-huh, we're both from Anchorville. We've been friends since we were kids. My sister and I decided to move to Edith after he made his big break. Thought things were back to how they used to be when we were kids, but now I don't know what to think. Your sister's name is Carol, right? And she's not looking for him. I don't know, don't think so. I told her about it, obviously, but she didn't want to help me. She should be at her job like usual. Works at the boutique over in the Seiden district. Something must have happened between her and Jess for her to be acting like that. I feel a little guilty not having a clue what it is, though. Sometimes stuff just happens. All we can do now is look for him. Do you know who else is friends with Jess aside from Carol? The only person I can think of off the top of my head is this manager. I don't know how to reach her, but Carol probably does. Got it. Thanks for sharing. Don't worry about looking for him anymore. We'll take it from here. Wait here. We'll be sure to bring back good news. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks again, you guys. Alright, first stop, Raymond's sister Carol. Let's see what she's got to say about all this. He says she's at her job in the boutique in the Satan district. Must be Erland.
Time to get our hands dirty.
Here, we can
May
jump
we
straight
be
to
on our
Erland. I was a
way?
little worried we couldn't.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Are you here from that office place? Yep, Van Arkwright Solutions. Your little brother asked me to find Jess. Mind talking about it, any little thing might help. But I already heard something happen between you and Jess. If you don't want to, you don't have to tell me the full story, just anything that might help me find him. Raymond's been real worried about him, you know? Poor guy took a day off work. He's running around the whole city trying to find him. I think it took a lot for him to reach out for help, too. It would put your brother's mind at ease. I know, Raymond isn't the only one worried about him. I can't tell you everything, but I can try to help as best I can. No problem, every little bit helps. So 3 days ago we heard Jess canceled his upcoming live performance last minute. You know why. It was... I can't hide it, it's all my fault. I see. I was talking to him right before he was set to perform. I sort of asked how he viewed me, how he wanted us to be going forward. I was trying to make a move. Jess was saying, I'm fine if you're fine. I don't want to rock the boat, stuff like that. He didn't have a problem with how things were. But I didn't react well to that. I lashed out at him. I don't want to be like this forever, though. I could tell I heard Jess when I said that. He was silent for a minute. Then he said, I can't risk that. I don't want to ruin what we have already. You don't understand how I feel, or Raymond. Sounded really strained. But I did understand. I know how he feels. And I can't just have my own feelings bottled up like this. Then Jess, I get the gist. Thanks for filling us in. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to say. Just can't face him right now, not after what I did. I get that. We'll take care of it, don't worry. Think I understand what's going on between her and Jess. Jess was yeah. Carol must have picked up on it. It's just the Raymond part I'm not clear on. What about his feelings? By the way, you're in contact with Jess's manager, right? Mind giving me their number? Yes, of course. Van plugged in the contact info Carol gave him and immediately dialed it up. Got through to Jess's manager, who agreed to meet him in the terrace in front of the station. Gotcha. Let's get on over there. Sounds good. To the terrace, yes?
Oh, I'm so in love with this brand.
Okay, station... Or is it Riverside that has the terrace?
May we be on our way.
Mommy, Daddy.
Ah, that's the Autobahn thing.
Off we go. No rest for the weary.
Are you Jess's manager? That's right. Never thought he'd up and disappear like that, and without saying anything to his housemates. What have you heard? We were recently talking about his future, as an artist, I mean. I'm sure you heard about it already, but he missed his concert 3 days ago. Got an earful from me, of course. All he said to me was that things can't keep going like this. He said he wanted to get away from his current environment and work someplace else. He even mentioned trying to perform abroad. It's quite a courageous idea. I said to forget about it for now. He's at a critical point in his career, too critical to be going anywhere. I told him straight up that he has no hope of succeeding if he just leaves the country now. His response, so be it, an early retirement might suit me if it comes to it. Softly willing to throw everything away. However, I'm still his manager as of right now, so he's obligated to inform me in case he does leave the capital. So far he hasn't done that. Wherever he is, I trust it's still near the capital. Thanks for the info, that's really useful. Well, I got you here. Mind if I ask about anyone else that might know him? I don't know how much I can say on that end. He's always been a very private person. But I do know he recently helped arrange the music for an idol duo. Sayla and Lilua, I think? They're the best I can give you when it comes to acquaintances. Just knowing that is a big help. We know the two of them, so it should be easy to ask about them. I believe they're in the middle of a concert right now. It's over in the blue score, where Jess himself often performs. Alright. Thanks again. Don't mention it. I hope you can bring him back to his senses. Good luck. Let's go and speak to those two idols then. Yeah, off to Riverside we go. Blue score.
Taking off now.
So I thought they were in Cafe Bermonti, but I guess they're over here. I should ask the two idols about Jess. Should I wait till their break time? Hi there. Thanks for coming to see us. You two did great up there. Sorry to bother you while you're on your break, but I got a few questions for you. Van explained the situation to the two idols and inquired about Jess. No, Jess of all people. Now that you mention it, I did think he was acting strange this morning. This morning? You saw Jess? We bumped into each other at Brother's music shop over in Tyrell. We stopped by the store to borrow some musical equipment for our performance today. Jess was talking to the manager when we got there. He is a regular there. Was probably saying goodbye to the manager since Jess was on his way out of the capital. Did you and Jess talk about anything? Told him we were going to have a performance and he wished me the best. I was hoping he'd be there, so I made a point of inviting him. He said he appreciated the invite, but was busy. Mentioned leaving the capital to see his favorite flower. Favorite flower? Wonder what that could be. Maybe Raymond knows. Consult the experts, right? Flowers for a flower seller and all. Thanks for the help. Much appreciated, you two. It was nothing. Hope you can help Jess out. Okay then, back to Raymond we go. Right, let's get him up to date on everything. At this point we're probably better off going to the subway entrance.
What do I do?
Right.
Said he was going out of town to see his favorite flower. That's what he heard. Any idea what that might be? Yeah, I think so. He was probably talking about white daisies. Not really that rare a flower. They're really common in our hometown. Hankerville is full of them. Jess, Carol, and I would go out to the fields and look at them all the time. Though you can't really find any natural fields like that out here in Edith. The only ones here are cultivated. Who knew? What is the fascination with white daisies? What makes them so special compared to other flowers? I mean, they're easy in the eyes and smell nice for one. But I guess the true meaning spoke to us. Do you know what white daisies mean in the language of flowers? Isn't it purity or something like that? Hidden love. It's pretty poetic, don't you think? Yeah, I feel you. But if that's what they stand for, then I wonder... Are y'all hiding some sort of hidden love? I don't know. That might be a stretch. Maybe they appeal to Jess's artistic sensibilities, being a musician and all. Carol's more of an open book, though. But now that I think about it, she might actually be hiding her true feelings. Well, you're the expert. Yeah, I don't think she told you about what happened. Something happened? Van told Raymond about Carol and Jess's confrontation, careful to omit some of the particulars. Things can't keep going on like this forever. She really said that? She did, and didn't hold back from what I gather. And what did Jess say? That he didn't want to ruin his relationship with you two. That's a relief, at least. I feel bad for my sister. I want her happiness more than anything, but that's just not how things have shaken up. To backpedal to the flower thing a little. You kind of sidestepped the whole hidden love discussion. What about you? Got any secrets of your own? Me? You're not seriously springing that on me out of the blue and expecting an answer. Yeah, that's fair. I do understand where Jess is coming from. Not wanting to ruin how things are now and all. Anyway, don't mind me, and let's get back to the topic at hand. We know what he's looking for, but do you know where he might have gone to see those flowers? I think so. He asked me once if I knew where daisies grew naturally. I actually didn't have any idea at the time, but my boss did. Some bloom in the Dirk Memorial Park forest. Apparently there's a whole bunch of them near the entrance. The forest, you sure about that? That area is restricted last I heard. Believe me, I know. But you'd be surprised how far Jess could go just on stubbornness alone. I don't doubt he could sneak in there if he wanted to. Alright. He shouldn't get attacked by any monsters if he doesn't wander too far in, but I don't want to risk it. Are you going to the park then? Can you take me with you? I understand what happened between Jess and Carol. But I don't see why that meant he had to leave us so out of nowhere. Just doesn't make sense to me. I want to talk to him. I need to hear the answers directly from his mouth. Sure, why not? If he's not coming back, might as well take you to him. Let you two smooth things out. I'll let you know once we're ready to roll. Sound good? Sounds great. Thanks, Van. So yeah, I didn't go there in the previous video because I didn't think they'd let me in, but apparently they might. Hey Van, are you going to the Memorial Park Forest now? Let's roll. You gonna let your sis know? Yeah, I'll contact her, just let her know what's going on. Raven reached out to Carol before they left to let her know of everything, but she was too busy to come immediately. The group then ventured into the forest after promising to meet up when Carol had the chance. Finally found you, Jess. This is where you were, huh? Raymond, Van. I see, you must have asked for his help finding me. You're really good at tracking people down, aren't you? Sorry, but work's work. Shall we leave you guys to it? Actually, could you stay here? I have a feeling that Jess is just going to dodge my questions if it's just us two here. Alright, if that's what the client wants, that's what the client gets. I'll get right to the point then. Why did you do this, Jess? Why did you just disappear all of a sudden, only leaving us a note? Did you never think that might have been cruel? Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. But I didn't know what else to do. I'm such a coward. Jess, if this is because of Carol... It's not at all. I do feel bad not being able to return her feelings, yeah. But that's not why I ran away. Then why did you? You still remember that conversation we had before coming to Edith, just the two of us? Of course I do remember it. And how we promised to keep it a secret. You sure it's okay for us to be here? It's fine on my end, at least. What about you, Jess? Are you okay if we talk about it now? Sure, it's not that big a deal anyway. We just talked about us both being in love with someone who didn't reciprocate our feelings. Yeah. Your feelings haven't changed, I take it? They have not, no. And I'll never be with the one I love, that I can guarantee you. That's because... Actually, never mind me, this is wrong. Me putting things to words will only make it worse. No one's gonna benefit from it if I say it out loud, it'd just be a hassle for you anyway. What does that mean? Wait. Think you finally figured it out. I see. I don't intend on acting my feelings, so you don't have to worry about that. But you gotta understand how I feel now. Especially since you also can't be together with the one you love. That's fair. Yeah, you're right about that. Didn't see that one coming. Life's always a difficult thing. I can't stand the thought of ruining things between the three of us. You must feel the same way, right? But Carol didn't. Carol... She said something to me 3 nights ago that really caught me off guard. So that she knew how I felt. That was it, really. I know it doesn't feel like a big deal, but it was to me. I know she didn't mean to hurt me either. But I just couldn't. I couldn't bear it anymore. That's why I ran. Jess. So you understand now. You understand why we can't be together anymore. Wait. Carol. You came. Was wondering when you'd show up. Wasn't sure if I even wanted to come, but I made up my mind. I couldn't just keep ignoring it. I really appreciate you taking the blame for me, Jess. But you should stop that. This is all my fault. I knew how you felt and I still decided to talk to you about all this. It's okay, Carol. It's not really your fault here. If anything, I'm grateful. This was going to happen one day. I knew that all along. It's always been an inevitability. You didn't cause this, but only hurried it along. It's probably better for us to deal with this now rather than kick it down the road any further. Right? Jess? That's not... I'm really sorry for leaving without saying anything. But you had the chance to talk now. You understand why it just had to be done. So, this is goodbye. I don't like having things end here. I should probably say something. How about... Y'all are really gonna regret this, you know? Van. I know that, I already do. But it's probably better this way, for the sake of all of us. You sure about that? You guys have known each other since you were kids. I'm guessing you don't want to leave so much as you want them to understand what you're going through, and to stick together. He's right, that's what I want at least. This is still a lot to take in, to be honest. But neither you nor your feelings are a hassle to me, Jess. I swear it. Goddess, why would you even think that? I promise you they're not, and that should be one of your biggest worries taken care of, yeah? But that's... I know I really don't have a right to speak here since I caused this in the first place. But you're still the same Jess we've always known. Us knowing how you feel doesn't change that. It doesn't change who you are or how we feel about you. You really mean that? Looks like you should have put a lot more faith in your friends there. They're pretty understanding. Still think running away is the best choice? If you were only hurting yourself, that'd be one thing. But that ain't the case, is it? Your actions are going to cause the friends you care so much about pain, too. They're also going to regret this. At the very least, you three need to sit down and have a good long talk about what you want. If after all that you still want to walk away, that's fine. It's never too late. Van's right. Please, Jess. You two are far kinder to me than I deserve. But if you're willing to fight for us so much, then it wouldn't do if... Yeah, I think that's only supposed to be, then it wouldn't do if I just took the coward's way out, yeah? They have an unnecessary it there. I'm not sure. I need to be brave and face the consequences for this, whatever those may be. Glad to hear it. Thank you, Jess. I knew you'd come around. Going through strife oftentimes helps strengthen a relationship. We owe you, Van. What you said really resonated with me. Good to know. I'll never forget what you did for us today. Let me be the one that pays your fee. It's only right since I caused this. No, it would be right if we all paid equal parts. I'm good if that works for you. You two are the best. I couldn't ask for better friends. Sure looked out there. With that, Raymond's request came to a successful conclusion. Van and company saw them back to their share house in Old Town and then resumed their work.
And with that, the case is closed.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Okay, so that means we just got another onyx steel weapon right there. I think you get in the final dungeon or something. Oh well, if you haven't noticed my voice crapping out, I'm gonna grab something to drink and I'll be back. Okay, so before we go, I just was flipping through these and I found out... Well, for one I missed that, but... Apparently there's a accessory reward for the... Holy... for seeing all the movies, but... Yeah, 4,400, that is massive, man. I don't know which one of them I want to give it to, though. So yeah, she is tankier. Tankier than Burgard. And I still have some optimization to do on these. It's just baby steps. Anyway, it's time for the next job. So we need to go to the garage.
Let's do this.
Bunch of damn fools. Don't go carried away because the festival's going on. You hear me, Van? I won't. Fools, huh? Wonder where Jennifer and the others are up to.
What'll it be? Come again.
Just to make sure that we gave all the gifts. Okay. Hey there. Heard there was some sort of race thing going on. Let's hear it. Might be able to join depending on the details. Thanks, Van. Okay, let's get everyone here so I can explain. Alright, looks like everyone's here. I know everyone's busy, but thanks. You in particular, Van. It's reassuring having you here. No problem. Where's the rest of the crew, though? Bit of a shock to see you here, kid. A lot of shit going on with your family lately. You okay? Don't pry. But regardless of that, I appreciate what you did the other day. Today's the day we come back for the promised rematch with Edith's Racers. Hot damn, is it gonna rain today or something? Can't believe it. Lucio just said thanks, or something like that. You were being way nicer than usual, so I was wondering what the heck happened there. My guess is Van gave you a hand and we weren't aware of it. Why should that matter to you? Keep your nose out of business that's not yours. Okay, sure, whatever. Rude as always. Gotcha, that's why you made the request for us. Yeah, we were gonna head out on the highway for some high-speed unrestricted races. But it looks like our friends the Highbloods here learned a good lesson about reckless driving. They were hoping for a more fun kind of race, something everyone can join in on. But Downey and Hyades wanted to spend the day enjoying the festivities. Won't be joining us today. My group consists of 2 people, myself and Damie and a bike rider. We're not the only ones that came, of course, but the other 2 couldn't be bothered to be here on account of the festivities. Probably figured it out already, but we're a little short on people. So hey, I figured we might as well try to get you to join, Van. You and maybe some other people. How about it? Want to help us track down some more racers? Well... So, +4. This gives Law and Gray. Since our Revolution Festival is upon us, let's have some fun as fellows. Need to make this happen when you're in the main shop. Okay, we read that already. Alright, don't mind joining. I'll even ask some other people to join too. If you're going to ask around, why not ask Aaron? Why him? You're the one with the motorbike. Actually, I lent it to him for the duration of the festival. He would jump at the chance to join. I'm sure he'd love to put those wheels through their paces. I guess. I could see him getting a kick out of this. Same goes for you, Master. I figured you'd enjoy the thrill of the race. I'd rather pass the torch to you youngins. I'm getting far too old for this, I'm afraid. Why don't you give him a call? I'm sure he'd say yes in a heartbeat. Alrighty, 1 minute. Well, you're right. As soon as the word race left my mouth, he was right on board. Thought as much. I'm sure you'll have a great time. You have all the fun out there. Alright, 1 person down. Can't wait to test my own baby against a biker's medal. We'll see how he fares, although I doubt he can compare to Damien. Let's get going then. I'm sure Aaron's not the only one who will want to join. Bring everyone you can, the whole town if they want. If they want to race, they're welcome here. We'll be here, so come back when you got more people. Sure.
Time to get our hands dirty.
So... Gabriella's Pub...
May we be on our way.
There's too many bars down here for me to keep track, damn it.
Boss is gonna yell at you.
But we saw her here earlier. Right, those street racers asked me to scout some people. If there's anybody I ought to talk to, she's at the top of the list. Hey, Hermes, got a sec? Doing a job for some street racers right now. They're looking for some extra racers to fill out their lineup for today. How are they now? Color me intrigued. Tell me more. Right, so they want to go all out for their big rematch, is the gist. Unfortunately, I've still got some work to take care of today. If the timing works out, though, I'd be happy to join in. Nice, be really great. Once you're free, just head on over to the meet. Sound good? Better than good. Thanks for the invite.
I like it. Seriously?
So I know Walter has a bike. I don't remember how you get back in here.
For real?
This isn't funny.
Huh.
Wanna get a drink together?
Oh, well, I guess that's all we can do there.
May we be on our way.
So real.
Now the other person we saw, of course.
108 years.
Right, those street racers asked me to scout some people. I know a guy who could help with that. But it looks like he's having a grand old time over there. Do I bug him? Yeah, what's up? You're kind of freaking me out with that stare of yours. Don't tell me I did something wrong. I do one of those, what's it, faux pas? Stop looking at me like that. You could've just told me, man. Paulette already has enough reason to hate my guts. Hey, hold your horses, champ. Just wanted to ask you about something. Favor, actually. Mind if I borrow him for a bit, Paulette? It's for a job. Oh, by all means. You've got work stuff? Okay. Okay, so these guys wrote me into a street race. Thought it might be up your alley, too. But I know you're having fun with your family, and I get pros fooling around in unsanctioned street races ain't a good look. Bit of a shot in the dark here, but I figured I'd at least ask. That pique your interest at all? Street race, huh? If I did that, I might attract the attention of some scoop-loving ink-slingers again. What the heck? Cut me in. Cool, but surprised you said yes. What about the kid? Thought you of all people might have guessed. I've got a score to settle with you. You beat me once, but I'm not the kind of guy to take a loss lying down. And the reporters, think about it. They've got bigger things to cover than me. Any journal worth their salt is going to be at the festival. Besides, maybe Paulette needs a break from me just for a little bit. Wouldn't hurt to give her a moment to herself. Is that right? Fine by me. You want to go again? I'll give you another dust cloud to dine on. Don't actually know what kind of race it is, though. Well, whatever it is, I'm looking forward to it. I'll head over later and we can meet back up there. You got it.
108.
May we be
Is
on
there
our
anything
way.
here? That's Odette. What if we hear?
Excuse me. This feels great.
This tastes great.
Huh. Do they race, or is there something else afoot? Right, those street racers asked me to scout some people. I know Jack likes him some cars. I'll see if he's up for it. Hey Jack, got a sec? Doing a job for some street racers at the moment. Looking for some racers to fill out their lineup for today. Yeah, sounds like a pretty fun gig you got there. I can see how it'd catch you, both you boys' attention for sure. Anyway, you can probably see where this is going. You and Jack, we'd love to have you. You should go. You were just talking about how you haven't gotten to drive as much as you'd like lately. Trust me, I got my fill on the drive all the way up here. Plenty caught up now at this point. That being said, knowing the type of people you can wrangle up, I'm sure it'll be one hell of a fun race. Guess I'm in. Not often I get to race against other people these days. Nice. Knew it could count on you. See you at the meet-up point later, then. Sounds good. I've hit up everyone I can think of. Guess all that's left is to loop back with the racers. Huh, okay. In all seriousness, I was not expecting Jack to be on board, but sure.
Off we go.
First person to come to mind, though, of course, was Hermes. I'm back. Talked to some folks who saw who wanted to join up. Don't know how many will actually show up, but it should still be a fair bit. Can't wait. Really appreciate it, Van. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's get going. Very well. I will call Damien and tell him to rendezvous with us. You ready? We'll be leaving the capital for a while, but we can hold on a moment if you still have something to do. Nah, I got nothing. Let's get going. Okay, if everyone else is ready, then we can get going to the starting point. You vouch for these new racers has my mouth watering here. Then everyone else hopped on their vehicles and headed toward the meeting spot. Oh-ho, all together already, huh? We've been waiting for you. See the delivery girls with you too, eh? Weather and wind direction are sublime, perfect for a race, so let's settle the score once and for all. What a fascinating group of people. This should be good fun. Thanks for hitting me up. And who's this pitiful-looking old fellow? It doesn't seem like he would make for much competition. Well, sorry for being pitiful and old. Might not be as good as Van, but I still know a thing or two about cars. And the little lady's gonna chew me out if I report back that I lost, so I'll just have to give this my best shot. Thanks for coming, you three. Nice group we got here. My name is Graham, and I'm also the one who proposed this little race. This here's my buddy Juniper. Lucio and Damien here are part of a team called the High Bloods. Thanks for coming together today. I've put a lot of thought into how to make this the best race possible, so hope you get hyped for it. I am Lucio, the leader of the High Bloods. I came here all the way from Erosione. Consider it an honor that you get to compete with those of us from chosen lineages. Wait, is it just me, or have I seen that dude before? I'm sure I must have one of those faces. You can, call me Max. Wait a damn second, you never told me a pro racer would be participating. Not just any pro racer, we're talking Max and freaking Lucan. What'd you do to get him involved? Let's just say we have an unexpected connection. You're something else, Van. Max, eh? It's not even subtle, but probably better to keep my mouth shut here. I know the sound of that engine. Hey, he showed up anyway. Sup, Arkwright? Didn't mean to keep you waiting. Seriously, nobody asked you to be here, so why are you here? Because I heard about some good shit going down, obviously. Kinda hurt you throw a fun event like this without me. Wow, this guy seems tough. This group's getting more ridiculous by the minute. This should be a bigger deal with all these monsters we got together last minute. Talk about a lineup. Can I assume you'll be participating as well? Yeah, you brats better make it worth my while. Anyway, let's get down to the rules. We're going to be pulling out into the expressway for some high-speed, unrestricted races. Prize for the winner is the experience of getting to drive like a damn psycho. Loser gets a special punishment. Now we'll be splitting you all into 2 teams. Not really sure how to go about splitting this up, really. But I do know we want to compete against the High Bloods. In that case, what if the other participants assisted the 2 teams? We could have them join either the Street Racers or the High Bloods. Sounds good to me. Keeps us from having to come up with fancy names for the teams, too. True enough. Then in terms of numbers, 3 should join the High Bloods. 5 versus 5, which means we'll be doing 5 one-on-one races. So who will be joining the High Bloods? What side do you plan on joining? I'm contracted with the Street Racers, so I'll be joining them. Then it's the same for me, not that I would have minded racing Van. Good to have you both on the team. Then I'll be joining the High Bloods. Sorry, but I've been meaning to settle the score between us. I don't care either way, lots of interesting folks here. Likewise. Same here. Sounds to me like this should be decided at random. Ready for anything, huh? Using the lottery system Juniper brought with her, each team would then pull to see what team they would be on. That settles it then. So our Street Racers team's got Van, Aaron, Hermes, and then me and Juniper. As for we High Bloods, so just me or are we loaded with sketchy old farts? Keep working that jaw if you don't enjoy living, kiddo. You know, if there's someone in particular you'd prefer racing with, we don't mind. As for the order of the races, I'll be deciding those at random. First up is Aaron versus Damien, second is Graham versus Jack. Next will be Hermes versus Walter. Then it's the 4th race with me versus Lucio. This one I had to make happen. I'm just so over being on the losing end of things. Fine, come at me then, young lady. I'll leave you in the dust. That's my line. Graham, you know what to do. You got it. I was just thinking that this would be perfect. Anyway, that makes the final race between Van and Max. Good luck to the both of you. Time to show you what it means to be a pro. Still, let's make this a good one. Oh, it'll be good alright. I've modded my truck quite a bit since our last race, so you'll see what she's about soon. You'll be in for one hell of a surprise. Then I will wait here for your return. May both teams give it their best out there. Right, catch you later. And so the fierce battle between bike and car lovers alike began, their pride fiercely on the line. It wasn't long before they were on the expressway, with the first racers lining up for a race lining up to begin a race for the ages. Hey, you were one of the guys who were riding recklessly in Edith a while back, yeah? This could be fun. This isn't a freaking game, you know. It's an epic showdown between full-fledged racers. I heard that isn't even your bike. If you aren't a real orbital biker, then why the hell are you even here? I just get a kick out of picking fights. I live to humiliate idiots like you. Alright, time to punch it. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Oh, you're on. What the hell is he doing? That's my master's bike, you asshole! Really should have seen that one coming. Boys will be boys. We can fix her up after the race, so don't worry. Have you not lost your balance? You should be veering off to the side of the road. I can do this shit all day. Don't tell me you're ready to call it quits already. Hell no, I'm gonna win this. See you never, loser. Alright, what's the play? I don't really know what they mean by cut through the roadside. Time to turn the tables. I don't really know if that spin was necessary. Holy hell, that guy is nuts. Oh yeah, this one's in the bag. Dumbass. Second race was between Graham and Jack. Graham decided to trade cars to Jennifer for the race. As such, it was a battle between sedans from Red Star and Lino. The specs between the two vehicles were nearly the same, and both drivers were at similar skill levels. At first they were neck and neck, but Jack gradually widened the gap between them, driving almost as if he could predict the future. By the time Jack crossed the finish line, he was significantly in the lead. After that, it was time for the third race to begin. Hell yeah, now it's my time to shine. Better not make this too easy for me, woman. Wouldn't dream of it. I can tell you're no ordinary racer, so I trust you know how to put a bike through its paces. You got that right. Out of the way. Sorry, coming through. Getting a headache just looking at that guy. Can't relate. Keep my eyes peeled in case he gets sick of the traffic and starts smashing cars. Oh please, there's no way he's strong enough to do that, right? Nice job keeping pace. But the real match starts here. Try not to eat pavement on this turn. How about you try not to eat my dust? Man, she's jacking for speed for a corner like this? That takes balls. Now. It's called snaking, Walter. Get with the program. She sped up there? Lady's got one crazy sense of balance, doesn't she? It's amazing. It takes real skills and an amazing bike to pull that off. Not bad. Lost by the skin of my teeth. That was a close one. What can I say? Snaking's OP. That was a kick-ass race. No kidding, watching that makes me want to get behind the wheel and go riding again. You're up, Juniper. Get out there and show 'em who's boss. Will do. Next up was a fateful confrontation between Juniper and Lucio. Juniper borrowed Graham's Ingrid sports car for the race. Meanwhile, Lucio drove top-of-the-line ETWS sports car. Its higher top speed gave Lucio the advantage. However, Juniper, who knew her vehicle's quirks like the back of her hand, was hot on his tail the whole way through. In the end, Lucio's nerves got the better of him, and he fumbled a corner at the last stretch of the race, giving Juniper a well-deserved victory. Thus, it was time for the fifth and final race to begin. If you think I'm gonna go easy on you just because I owe you one, think again. Now's my chance to give you a taste of my revenge. Max may be a complete buffoon, but he's still a racing champion. Don't pull at all the stops, I'm gonna lose. Now then, let the rematch of the century begin. Why is he letting me get ahead? Does he want to see what my girl can do? Well, I'll gladly show him. Time to bust out my secret weapon. Gotta admit, the way he handles that pickup truck is pretty impressive. I'll bet 5,000 mirror he'll use that turbocharger next. I'm gonna stop that plane in its tracks. Damn it! I know what your car is capable of now. The element of surprise isn't on your side anymore. Guess I'll just have to make a risky play. So... Maxim's on the right side since that's supposed to be a non-American style car. That means that he has a bigger blind spot on his left, right? Off-road we go. Is he insane? Off-roading's pretty damn fun, you should give it a try. But I guess your fancy sports car ain't gonna be able to handle it. Too bad. Time to blast to the finish line. Don't think you've won. He did it, Van won. He might be on their team, but even I feel like standing up and clapping for him. Van's insane. Who knew he was such a skilled driver? Well done, all of you. Looks to me like you had yourselves a few good races. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but there were some real nail-biters. Tell me about it. That was the craziest race I've had since becoming a street racer. Both teams did amazing, but a winner is a winner. And this time the winner are the street racers. Good work, guys. It's too bad I lost, but I was still blown away by the driving I saw out there. What can I say? It feels good to win. Yeah, it's a rush just to give it everything you got. I honestly didn't expect this to be as satisfying as it was. Almost feels like I've gotten even better thanks to this. We lost? The High Bloods? Damn it, how could this have happened? We couldn't ask for a better race, and you're telling me it's already over? But I suppose I'd have to agree. As long as you give it your all, then it is what it is. Losing would normally piss me off a little, but I don't know. I feel really cool about it. I don't give a shit about the team. I just ain't happy about losing my race. Hope you're ready, Rider Chick. You too, Arkride. I welcome the challenge. Careful, Hermes. This ass doesn't lay off once he's locked on. Once he's locked on, I can't even talk right now. Yeah, well, right back at you. You pulled out all the stops for that one, huh? If you ever went pro, you might even make for a decent rival. Well, thanks. Your handling is just as incredible as I've heard. Now then, it's time for your punishment. I'm gonna get things ready, so give me just a sec. Is this tea? It smells kind of like medicine. Yep, it's a medicinal tea sold in Longport. It's supposed to be super bitter, but don't worry, it's not bad for you. No point delaying the inevitable. Time to accept our fate and drink it up. I just know this is going to taste awful. All members of the losing team steeled their resolve and drank the tea. Ugh. Is this really good for you? I can't believe humans were meant to drink this swill. And it stinks, too. It smells like weeds. I think I'm going to blow chunks. I tried some gross things for my health before, but this here takes the cake. You know, the more you drink, the better it tastes. You brats are too young to savor this kind of flavor. Come on, you're boring me to tears. At least give us some kind of reaction. Oh, I'd bet we get a great reaction if you gave it a sip. Like hell I'm trying this crap. And so the race surrounding the Street Racer's pride came to an end. Both parties reflected deeply on the intense battles that took place on the road before returning to where they belonged.
And with that, the case is closed.
Love
2
to
SP.
see it.
Mira deposit confirmed.
I used to think you guys were all just reckless drivers, definitely too dangerous for Edith's streets. But today's race was one to remember. Come back soon, Highbloods. I see no reason why I should take orders from a commoner like yourself. But I suppose it is the philanthropic burden of nobility to give it unto the have-nots. Let us meet on the road again. Seeing everyone drive like that today gave him a whole bunch of new ideas to try and pull off myself. Still have a long way to go if I want to be a good driver, and of course if I want a sick ride. Nothing's going to stop me from being a racer. The police might. They tend to show up when you least expect them or really don't want them to. Used to think you guys were all just reckless drivers, so that's a repeat. That's that then? Life sure comes at you fast. Not sure why they broke the group up. We still have driving left to do. Maybe I should call up Roger and T-Bow to get the Highbloods back on the road. Okay, next one up is Odette at the cafe.
Let's do this.
Hey there. Did you know?
Hey Van, we've been waiting for you. Never thought I'd answer a call from you. See, the whole student council's here. Think I can guess what you guys want from me? Let's get straight to business. Albert, you start. Me? Why do I have to go first? Anyway, it's about our plans for next month. We decided to put on a small event as Aramis students to celebrate the upcoming new year. We're planning on having a meetup with the children living in the Albert district. Officially, the school is framing it as a way for us students to make a contribution to the area. But it's also intended to be therapeutic for the kids, too, seeing as things have been so unusual. One thing we want to do is hand out treats for those kids to hopefully enjoy. And what better way to decide than to round up what's for sale around town and try them out? That's where we come in, huh? Yep, when I asked Agnes for her thoughts, she insisted she wanted to handle it as a work assignment. Which is fine by me. I always wanted to post at least one for SBG at some point. I'm sorry, Van, I couldn't resist offering. Of course, we don't expect you to help us for free. You're more than welcome to sample any sweets you decide to bring back to us. Pretty great, right? You'll get to eat lots of delicious sweets all in the school's Mira. Odette, you shouldn't put it like that. I mean, where's the lie? As much as it pains me to admit, guess there's no denying that my weaknesses are all but public knowledge at this point. Regardless, lucky for you kids, I do have some time to spare, so... This one's also worth 5. Agnes has been such a good assistant at work, I don't mind helping her friends out as a favor. Wonderful, that's great to hear. Thank you so much, Van. I don't know how much help I'll really be, but I'll see what I can do. Oh hush, you know as well as the rest of us that your knowledge and passion for these things is practically unmatched. Just go around to different outlets and bring back some samples that look good to you. That's not too much to ask for a connoisseur like you, is it? You're one of the ones putting on that whole event, shouldn't you tag along? I'd love to, I really would, but I need to hammer out some other details with Ren and Albert here, so I'll have to stay behind. I'll leave it up to Agnes to assist you in choosing. I know she won't steer us wrong. Well, Well, I suppose that settles it. You okay pitching in, Agnes? Sure, I don't mind. I'd be happy to join you. Besides, we can use this time to keep patrolling around town. Alright, I'll come fetch you again so we find a good stopping point on our end. Shouldn't be long at all. Okay, I'll be waiting here in the meantime. We have to make Agnes the accompanying character. Can we do that here? Arkwright Solutions.
May we be on our way.
Now that I think about it, we haven't really unlocked any other costumes yet, have we?
Let's do this.
Please step on up.
The other thing is I have not looked at the store in this game to see if there's like DLC or not. Now to figure out which shops we ought to visit. Let me think. Off the top of my head, there are 2 spots in Tyrell we should hit up. Beyond that, Old Town, Station Street, and Albert each have an outlet also worth visiting, so 5 places total. Great, I knew you'd have no problem coming up with places to check. Can't wait to see what amazing stuff you bring back to us. What she said. Good luck, I guess. Stay safe out there, Agnes. Thanks, Albert. See you guys soon.
Time to start working.
There we go.
Hey, did you see? How about some popcorn, huh?
Can we talk?
Yeah, I've got just a thing for you. It's my latest item, mini churros. I'm debuting them here at the Revolution Festival. Mini churros? What makes yours so special? Everybody likes a good churro, right? They're tougher than the donuts, crispier, and have that sweetness that just floods your mouth with every bite. Adults can eat them just fine, but a lot of kids can't finish them in one go. Thought about what I could do to solve that problem, and that's how my miniature ones were born. After all, nobody should have to miss out on having a churro if they want one. Now they can have them in just the size they want. That's very noble of you, wanting to spread the joy of churros however you can. I applaud your effort. They, do sound like they could be a hit with the kids, at least. Let's pick some up and bring them back to the others to consider.
How about some popcorn, huh? Hey!
Can we talk?
They're not really meant for kids, but would you consider offering them some mooncakes? They're pretty small and easy to eat, plus I imagine they enjoy the red bean filling since it's sweet. Mooncakes do have this sublime sweetness to them that goes perfectly with Eastern tea. A lot of people even buy them as gifts, don't they? That's right, they certainly make for good business. In fact, there's a custom in the East where people get together with family and close friends and admire the moon as they eat them. Not that there's any one wrong or right way to enjoy them, of course. That's neat, so they can even serve as an opportunity for the kids to learn about another culture. We'd love to buy some so we can taste test them.
Then let's head over.
Should just jump straight to Andalusia. Crap.
You're gonna get it.
Welcome to Andalusia Patisserie.
Can we talk?
If you're looking for something perfect for children, might I suggest our macarons. They're one of our seasonal flavors. We make them with the freshest strawberry jam since those are in season now, our shop's pride. Oh yeah, that crunchy delight as you bite down on it, your mouth suddenly being flooded by that sweet and tangy cream filling. You can almost taste it. Good to see you haven't changed a bit. Macarons aren't that expensive either. I think they're pretty affordable for little kids. Think you sold me on them already. Can we just get some macarons, please? We'll get one for everyone to try them. Is it Iota we're
Off
looking
we go.
for? Huh.
So convenient.
You'll never be a department store.
Yeah, I never would have guessed this
Can we
one.
talk?
Fine goods.
Oh, you couldn't have come at a better time. I have a particular snack I stocked a surplus of in preparation for the festival. They're called honey glazed pretzels, and they're very popular over in Crossville. Have you heard of them? I have. They're kind of bread shaped like a knot, right? but I've never had the chance to try one. I believe they're originally Erebonian, actually. They would have been crossbow where honey and eastern spices were added to the mix, and bam, something totally unique. Can we take a few of them off your hands to go as a sampler?
I don't know.
Next up, Montmartre.
Off we go.
Huh.
You guys buying something too, or what?
Can we talk?
Don't get me wrong, you got good taste coming to me for roasted chestnuts. But are you really sure those kids will like these? I don't see why not. The kids around here love them. I guess, but they're not like a special occasion kind of thing, you know? Give the chestnut glacé a try. Those might be more up your alley. Wow, I didn't realize you were selling those too. Well, gladly take some for our taste testing then. Look at you, Eddie, playing the part of professional salesman for once. I'm legit impressed. Shut up, I wasn't asking you. Okay, we visited all the stores we planned on. We've also got plenty of things to try. Shall we head back to Odette?
You guys buying something?
So yeah, this
Then
one,
let's head over.
other than having to grab Anya, seems like it might be the simplest one we've had to tackle to date. Or, today, I should say, not to date.
Did you know?
Ranger, thank you for walking.
Great, you're back. Thanks for going to all that trouble. Judging from the bags you brought, looks like you've brought back quite a bit for us to try. We've had a lot of good luck. Van was on cloud 9 the whole time. Why wouldn't I be? You telling me I get to indulge in some quality sweets on the job completely for free? Of course I'm going to be all about that. Well, I'm glad somebody had fun. Now, Albert, we're his clients. That's not how we should act. Anyway, enough talking. Let's dig into those samples and see if they're up to snuff. With the manager's permission, the group retrieved the samples from the bags and got to eating the ones that suited their fancy. Just go somewhere else. They're all fantastic. Any one of them would make for a perfect morning tea snack. I know it's so hard to choose which to go with. What do you think, Odette? Have any preferences? Sorry, give me a sec. Don't talk with your mouth full. You come from a decent family, don't you? That was like a spa day for my taste buds. I was totally right to bring you in, Van. Your insight into these things is crazy good. When it comes to both looks and taste, really, I think the kids will be completely happy with most of any of them, so why limit ourselves to just one kind of treat? Let's bring them a bunch. That's a great idea. Then they can enjoy mixing and matching different ones together. We could even pack them inside different bags so they won't know what to get until they open it, kind of like a lottery. That could be fun. Kids sound pretty pumped about this already. New Year's still a bit of ways off, you know? Naturally, playing events is just as fun as putting on the actual events themselves. This was a fantastic idea, Odette. I'm glad you suggested it. Thank you. We'll have to think carefully about which ones to actually buy and how much. I guess we need to talk to the treasurer to make sure we budget things carefully. True, plus we should also work on figuring out how many people are going to be taking part in the event in the first place. Actually, speaking of which, why don't you join us during the actual meetup, Van? I'd feel terrible pushing you off to the side without an invitation after all your hard work. I don't know about that. I might have gone to Aramis, but you don't think a grown man like me is going to stick out at something like that? Exactly. It's supposed to be put on by us students. Having him around will ruin that. I know what you could do. Let's put you in a big old costume parade you in front of the kids. I'm saying I don't want to stick out, you little gremlin. I can just picture the kids swarming, Van. That'd be so cute. Doesn't that sound like fun, Agnes? I'm not the only one who'd love to see that, am I? Sure, that could be nice. Well, we have a majority in the suit you go, Van. I don't know whether I should feel happy about this or jealous. Nope, I ain't promising jack, not even for the kids. But I guess I'll keep all that in mind. Once the group finished eating the samples, Van and Agnes resumed their patrol.
All in a day's work. Mirror deposit confirmed.
And that gave us a little bit more law. Time for sweets unlocked.
Did you know?
You must be having a slow day if you had time to help us. Must be hard for you to find work when things are so peaceful. Having said that, I feel a little restless even though the worst of it should be behind us. Don't mind me, I'm sure it's nothing. I have a bad habit of overthinking things. Her instincts are usually on point, though. I'll admit you managed to bring us better sweets than I anticipated. But don't get the wrong idea, this does not mean we're good now, not by a long shot. Yeah, it wouldn't be a day on the job if I didn't have you yelling my ears off at least once. You found the perfect sweets for us to try out, Van. Thanks so much. This meetup's going to be a big hit. All that's left is to find the perfect costume for you, Van. Then you can join us on the fun, too. Anyway, let me know what day works best for you. I want to get this ball rolling. So, over here... And we get the By J quartz, wherever this is. Huh. What's most important is it offers 6 Mirage and 4 Space. So... Eep.
Don't worry, Citri's got your back.
Okay, I remember now.
Activating maintenance mode. Sorry, that's a single element slot. Skills changed.
So I have to fit the mind in somewhere. In all seriousness, I probably don't even need this anymore, since she has that massive pool now.
Skills changed.
You know what, I'm gonna go off camera because I want to get something to drink, so I'll be back. Okay, I didn't really bother changing too much, just show you this orbit real quick. I put By J in the bottom, Impede replacing the Mind 3, and the Mind 3 replacing the EP. That was the whole shift there. And it's only the bottom line that really changes. So with that out of the way, we need to start doing these. So we're not going to do the tech advancements because Rosette is completely done. But we'll be doing the other 5. Jeez. So let's start from the bottom and work our way up. Silverblade. Fans group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they can spend their free time, yada yada. It's so fun being in the big city. There are so many strange, unusual things to see. Like that place over there. Wonder what it's supposed to be. Maybe I'll have a look-see just for fun. What does she think she's doing? She's drawing a ton of attention to herself walking around looking like that. Guess everything I heard was true after all. Better make myself scarce before I get caught up in anything. Van, is that you over there? What a coincidence! Damn it! Guess I better just resign myself to my fate. Hey, you weren't trying to run away from me just now, were you? That really hurts. Just because I'm a hardened warrior doesn't mean I'm made of stone, you know? I'm not worried about your feelings as much as my own rep if people see me hanging out with someone who can't dress like a normal person. What? Do I really look that weird? I like to think I stay on top of the latest trends in my own way. You're better than your ninja pals, I'll give you that much, but you still stick out like a sore thumb in these parts. Well, so what if I do? You gotta learn not to sweat the small stuff so much, Van. I wouldn't be sweating if it was small. That's what I'm telling you. Well, either way, I found you at the perfect time. I don't know what you're up to right now, but could you come with me for a little bit? I could use your help with something. Whatever you have in mind, you better not be trying to stir anything up. I don't want any part of that. Alas, I am not. Although that's a good idea, too. I wasn't trying to suggest anything. Anyway, I'm looking to track down a skilled smithy who can keep things hush-hush. But as you can imagine, I hardly know anything about the city, so I haven't had much luck finding anyone so far. Do you know anybody you can maybe recommend to me? Sure, I got someone in mind. Why do you need someone like that? Gotta retemper your sword or something? Oh no, the blade itself is doing just fine. It's the scabbard that needs some patching up after the heavy beating it took in Horacion. Does, huh? That's unfortunate. I've heard of swordsmen using their scabbards as weapons before, but I didn't realize that's what she did back there. I'll say, so what do you say? Think you could hook a girl up? Alright, but if I'm gonna help you, you have to promise not to cause any chaos once we're done, got it? Van led Shizuna to a merchant he felt might be able to assist her. Hey buddy, got a minute to talk? Well, hello there, Van. It's so wonderful to see you, and who else do you have with you today? Oh my gracious, am I seeing things, or is that the Ikaruga's right-hand woman herself? Oh, you know who I am? I'm flattered. Nice to meet you. Oh no, the pleasure's all mine, truly. What brings you, of all people, to my humble little armory? Looks like you mostly sell weapons here, but you wouldn't happen to offer repair services too, would you? Well, yes, I do. Perfect, then. Got a little favor to ask you. But only if you can keep my visit here a secret. I trust that won't be a problem? Your secret's safe with me, ma'am. Confidentiality is my prime directive here at the shop. I'm just shaking a real divine blade right here in my store. It's like Adios herself descended right before my eyes. My word. Such splendid craftsmanship. It's so beautiful. Too beautiful for this world. I'm really sorry, ma'am, but I don't think I have what it takes to handle a blade of such splendor. Oh, it's not the blade I need help with. It's the scabbard that needs attention. So it is. Forgive my presumption. Yes, it does seem to have developed a minor crack. Seems to be made differently from your typical scabbard, but I should be able to restore it all the same. In fact, it shouldn't take me all that long. Just give me a little time and I'll have it back as good as new. Great, glad to hear it. If you just fill in the missing portion with this, that would be perfect. A blade tip? Where'd that come from? From a younger disciple at my school. I'd like to think of it as a memento of the short time I shared with him. That's the tip of Reen's sword that she broke, by the way. Are you sure you want to do that? If I'm being honest, I have materials on hand that would be better suited for this sort of restoration. That's okay, I know what I'm asking for. I think this fits it better personally. As you wish. I'll have it patched up in just a few moments. Can't say I really know what kind of style that Black God One blade of hers is like. Got me curious about this younger disciple of hers, though. I remember her using a fancy technique in Longlight that came from a new divine blade. Maybe the two are related. Curious to learn more, huh? I'd be happy to fill you in. I'll pass. Not really my business. Aha, if you say so. All finished. Here you go, ma'am. Wonderful. I gotta say I'm impressed. This looks pretty good, thanks. Gee, you're just too kind, Silverblade. It was my honor to have your business. Alrighty, now that's one less thing I have to worry about. I bet. Be a pain in the ass to lug that around if the scabbard went kaput. Yeah, and the problems don't stop there with this sword. This isn't your average blade. It's always emanating a certain energy. It's hard to describe. Not exactly cursed, but more like imbued. Bewitched, even, some trained eyes have called it. I have to keep that energy in check with the scabbard, or else it might spill out, and then get real ugly real fast. Well, that ain't ominous at all. Anyway, that's why the scabbard's made so differently. The entire thing's built from weapons and armor that I took from formidable fighters I've encountered on my travels. Those weapons and their wielders' fighting spirits are the only materials capable of holding back the blade's power. Huh. I see. If you can keep all that to yourself too, shopkeep, I'd really appreciate it. Yes, of course, my lips are sealed, so tight not even Adios herself could pry them open. Just who the hell is this chick carrying that dicey-ass blade on her like it's a walk in the park? Probably shouldn't think on it too hard. It all sounded kind of bullshit, so maybe it was bullshit. Fair point. Who's to say I didn't just make it all up? Still got the point across, though, didn't it? Every sword needs a story. You really want to cast that kind of doubt on your public image, though? Might not be a good look. Wait, what the— did you just read my mind? Cut that shit out. Well, now that we've got all that out of the way, I think I'll be heading back up. Thanks for showing me around, Van. Let's do this again sometime soon, alright? Rather really not make a habit of this if I can help it. Don't be such a spoil sport. Maybe you and I should square off after all like you suggested, whatever it takes to build a better relationship with you. To hell with that, how many times do I have to tell you? After bidding Shizuna an exhausted farewell, Van reunited with the rest of the gang and got back to work.
I'm never bored when I'm with you. I can only imagine what sort of fun we'll have next.
Sword of the Black God, the silver case unlocked. So, just take a look at that. Pretty nice accessory, as you can see. It's not really good for a van, though, but there's probably someone who can use it. Yeah, that would just be a straight-up upgrade for the— well, you don't get the speed and accuracy, so— yeah. Ironically, if I wanted to do away with this, if I don't need the item drop anymore, this would be something to do with it. Do I still use a hit course on Van, or... Yeah, I do, so I could take that off. Because in all seriousness, we're so close to the end of the game, we probably don't need that anymore.
Modifying your orbment, are you?
Thing is, I have to figure out what to put in its place. Well, that's easy. So now I have the arc feather.
Shard skills updated.
And the line's not long enough for me to get Judgment Feather, but that would also be possible. But then that does mean I have to find something that goes here. Another strike quartz could be fun. Oh, he doesn't even have one equipped. Huh. That'll give me quick. Yeah, that won't help any. Actually... Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards this.
New shard skill added.
Wrong button.
What's next?
Elaine's request. Heard rumors there's a girl with silver hair who's been spotted wandering around the capital. Honestly, I want to pretend I didn't hear about it, but I should probably go check things out. Apparently, Elaine wants my advice on something. It's pretty uncommon for her to come to me. If I go, I'll go if I can make the time. There you are. You're both awfully early. We hopped on an early train because we really wanted to see you. These are the siblings you met, right? Yes, they're the ones who were abducted in that case last year. September of last year. That was when you took down a criminal group that was working for Almada, yeah? That's right, it was the case that led me to accepting my promotion to A rank. I didn't realize you knew about the incident. Ramadi told me all about it. Sounded like it was a rough ordeal. You can say that again. The two children survived, but they were left traumatized by what happened. They've been receiving care in a facility outside the city ever since, but they're coming to the capital for the Revolution Festival. I was told they really want to see me, so I agreed to look after them for half a day. No wonder you came running to me for advice. Hey, it's not as though I'm bad at dealing with children, I just don't know how to keep them entertained. Yeah, you don't exactly strike me as the fun-loving babysitter type. Thought your bracer work would have forced you to learn all the good spots in town, but I guess not. Yes, rub it in. Do you know any places they might enjoy? You're the expert in slacking off, so I thought you would know. Only you would ask for help and toss an insult my way in the same breath. Just so we're clear, I might know a few good places, but they won't necessarily be fun for kids. Is that okay with you? Yes, that's perfectly fine, thank you. I also need to know where to find some good quality sweets. Well, you've come to the right person then. I'll map out a route that'll take you to every underrated sweet shop in the capital. I don't think that's necessary. Would you like the cost-effective tour or the no-expenses-spared premium route? I actually have just the thing for you, a special seasonal route that'll take you to all the best sweet shops and tour spots in the city. You can leave all your gourmet needs to me. Okay, I think she can take this from here. We aren't interrupting your date, are we? You don't need to worry about that, kiddo. I just came here with her to make sure she got here okay. That's good. I did think you looked a little old for her, but I was worried we spoiled your fun by coming early. Hang on a sec. You got it all wrong. The two of us are the same age. What, really? I never would have guessed. I can hardly blame you. He could easily pass as a 30-something-year-old. This is the thanks I get? I see how it is. Come on, say hello. Is she mute? Unfortunately, yes. She lost the ability to speak after what she went through. It doesn't look like she's recovered. Try not to excite her or upset her too much. Van gave the girl some candy. This is my way of saying hi. I'm a big fan of that brand. I know you'll be heading back home tonight, but I hope you have loads of fun till then. Festivals are a blast, so enjoy it. Huh? Do you want him to join us? Would you be okay with that, Van? Alright, it's not like I have any urgent business to take care of. Helping you plan the route got me in the mood to stuff my face with sweets anyway. Just don't go spoiling them, okay? I know. Well, you kiddos ready to get going? Yep. Van and Elaine led the two children on a tour of the festival. They brought them to many of Edith's best sweet stores and tourist spots. To Van and Elaine's delight, the children were enjoying themselves immensely, and they could feel the two of them opening up little by little. Eventually they set off for Old Town, their final stop on the tour. So next up is Old Town, right? What do we find there? Just the perfect place to end our tour, that's all. As long as you don't let the chef's face spook you, at least. Yeah, Victor and Montmart. I assume you mean Montmart? I'll look forward to that. Huh? Ah, crap. This happens from time to time. Lights down here haven't been replaced in a while. The both of you are unharmed, right? Don't worry, it's okay. No one's here to hurt you. Is this what I think it is? She still gets like this whenever she's in dark, cramped places. Must remind her of where we were trapped. Sorry, I don't think she's going to be able to move anytime soon. I shouldn't be surprised her emotional scars run so deep. Can't I do anything to help her? Anything at all? Upsy daisy? Van lifted the girl up onto his shoulders. Huh? Van, what are you... Let's get out of here. And here we are. Okay, you can open your eyes now. Where's the toilet, that lazy cat? We have a job for him. What do you think? Pretty sweet view, huh? You can even see Treon Tower from here. We're on the roof of where I live. Area's not the best tourist spot in town, but I like it just the same. Pretty roomy and bright, right? If any weirdos come knocking, you'll see them from a selge away. And if push comes to shove, I'm sure she'll be more than happy to cut anyone down to size. You've got nothing to worry about here, I promise. I'd appreciate if you didn't make me look like a bloodthirsty savage. It's really nice here. Agreed, it might be a little old and musty, but other than that, it ain't too shabby. Alright, now that you've seen this, let's head back down to the bistro on the ground floor. They make some pretty mean desserts I'm sure you'll love. I know I do. Afterwards, they capped off their day with a light lunch and dessert at Montmartre. Once they finished eating, they all made their way back to Central Station, as it was time for the kid's mother to pick them up. Thank you both so much. We had a ton of fun. I hope we'll see you both again someday. As do I. Take care of yourselves, you two. You're both welcome here anytime. What's up? You forget something? Thank you. Bye-bye. I don't know if that was supposed to be like normal or not, so I kind of figured she hadn't spoken in a while, so... Van? Yeah, I know. Hey, why are you turning on the waterworks? I'm just so happy. Gotcha. Well, I think this is proof that everyone's efforts weren't for nothing. They recovered because of the rehab, their family's love and care, and what you just did for them. What we just did for them, you mean? Thank you for everything today, Van. Nah, I don't deserve it. You did all the heavy lifting. But if you insist on letting me share the credit, we'll just say you owe me one now. Always happy to put an A-rank bruiser in my debt. You really are unbelievable, you know that? But while you can be frustrating sometimes, I'm glad you're a part of my life. We both have our flaws, but I think we compensate for each other's quite nicely. There's nothing we can't handle when we're together, and that's especially true when Renee is with us. We also have your assistants at our side, too. Yeah, you're right. Biddy Lane, farewell, yada yada.
I hope we can go back to how things once were. Never mind. Pretend you didn't hear that.
Struggling Beauty's blade. Get some agility. I'm gonna try to knock out one more before I have to take a break. Aaron wants me to come with him to the Blacklight District if I got some free time on my hands. Supposedly he's got some unfinished business. Fine, guess I'll tag along. Can't believe I let you drag me down here. Oh, quit your belly aching, Grandpa. I know you didn't have anything better to do with your time. Why not have a go, just the two of us? Look, I'm not in the mood for a fight, God, and if you want to train together, I'm game, but I'll have to wait till another day. You know, get it, man. Now that the Mafia's taken care of, I bet you feel like you're finally done with it. You're finally done with everything. I mean, sure. Well, that's not how it feels for me. Because of your unfinished business and all. Damn straight. And you know what that business is? I haven't beaten you one single time in a fight. And that matters why? You really care that much about whether or not you can beat some random Spriggan in a fight? Hell yeah, I still care. Been 2 months I still don't have a point on the damn board. We've got a score to settle as men, you and me, and I'm not taking no for an answer. Damn brat, alright, fine. You want a fight? You got one. I know how it feels when you're left wanting for closure. Now I'm only giving you one chance. Put up or shut up, kid. Give me everything you got. Damn straight I will. Let's do this. Do you notice the music, by the way? Shit. I was so close. A little more and I would have had it. Technique always beats talent, kid. You can train as much as you want, but I'll still be top dog. You shut your hole. You barely won that and you know it. Take it while you can, you antique. Soon enough it'll be you on the floor. But for the love of Adios, 4 years really ain't that much. You're just gonna harp on that forever? Of course I am. How many times have I gone on about that already? Couldn't tell you. Stopped counting a long time ago. Nothing like a cold one after breaking a good sweat. For something who just became legal not that long ago, you sure don't drink like it. But hey, if you're satisfied after that, I'm happy. Never said I was satisfied. I've just made peace with it and moved on for now. One of these days I'm gonna beat your ass real good, you hear? You never make things easy for me, do you, punk? I'm just gonna be fending you off for the rest of my days? Nah, maybe a few months at most. All I gotta do is dethrone you, and it will happen, mark my words, sooner than you think. Good luck with that, so I'm just gonna sit here and take it. Like I said, all things a good time. You savor the view from the top all you can. End of the day, I don't even know if there's a way for us to settle the score for good. We've done too much for each other. You need to learn to slow down too, Chief. You're always living so hard and fast, right on the edge. Can't be good for your heart at your age. Take it easy once in a while. Go out for drinks, take a day off. Shit can wait sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Well, would you look at that? You're actually capable of saying something nice and helpful. Who would have thought? But enough about me. If anybody's in need of advice, it's you, punk. You should learn to ask others for help more often. You might be a real pain in the neck, but you're my pain in the neck. I'm always looking after you and making sure you don't fly off the rails. I'll listen to you when Gehenna freezes and palms fly, got it? Bombs can fly, you just gotta kick them hard enough. Van took Aaron's advice for once and savored the moment with him for over more than a couple cold ones. Then returned to the surface, business resumed, yada
Thanks
yada.
for that. Yes. Wipe that stupid smirk off your face.
5 agility. So we're getting quite a bit of evade here. And yeah, I need to take a break, so I'll be back. Okay, so just a heads up, I went ahead and put the hit 3 back on for the crit, if nothing else. I'm going to leave the impede there because that at least allows me to throw out an attack after a spell if I cast something. I don't know if it works off healing or not. The other thing that I found out while trying to get my allergies to subside was that you actually can see progress for different things here. So I was wondering how you actually kept track of all this, and this is actually how you do it. So for Nina, we had to have seen a movie with her, I think, in order to get that last 50. For Elaine, we had to see a movie and do an event before, I think. For Katra, we had a chance to do an event, I think, but we didn't do it. We did it with someone else. For Aaron, we're missing an event. Fairy, we've tried to ignore the entire game, but I have the point, so
What's next?
I'm gonna use it. And I also forgot to show real quick. So if you were to look on the right page, that tells you the events you've seen before. If you missed the event, there's nothing new there, but just to give you an example, we saw Elaine just a second ago. So you can see that was the only event we've done with her this entire game. And they have a tab there so you can see how it played out exactly.
What's next?
By the way, street corner singing. Seems there's going to be a street performance on the corner of the Albert District. Fairy seem interested. Maybe I'll go take a look. Well, damn, this place is lively. Festival's atmosphere is kind of contagious. Wonder what everyone's up to. Is that Fairy? Van! Funny running into you. You looked like you were having fun. Wasn't expecting you to be part of the event. Caught me off guard. Don't get me wrong, though. Song's nice. Thank you. Actually, I got a letter from Abby just a bit ago. He said I'll be participating in the Kruga Village's New Year's Festival. I'll be the priestess this year. A priestess, huh? That's some kind of Kruga New Year tradition? Yep, we thank the wind goddess Arusha for her guidance and pray for her to bless the upcoming year. A woman in the village is chosen every year to play the role of the priestess and sing the Song of Flames. This will actually be my first time back home. I'll show them how much I've grown when I play the role of the priestess. And I guess I thought by performing here I could learn something that'll make me stand out from all the other priestesses. Guess that makes sense. Practicing here could help with that. I can try lending you a hand since your pops told me to take care of you. Would you? Thank you. Don't go giving thanks yet. I don't know a lick about singing. We might need someone else. Wait, is that Van and Fairy too? Sarah, Shahina, hi. Well, ain't that a stroke of luck? Couldn't have asked for anyone better. I see. Excuse me, could I ask you two something? They dance, they don't sing. After explaining the situation, Sarah and Shahina happily agreed to help. To start, they had Fairy sing for them so they could evaluate her. Fairy, you're fantastic. That was enchanting. It had a dignified and serene feeling to it. It's not an easy song, but you give it an identity of your own when you sing it. Anyone listening to you will understand just how much this means to you. Emotions on full display like that draw people in. Honestly, I don't know if there's much advice we can give you. You're already great as it is. Thank you. Hearing you say that is encouraging. It's not hard to sing with your heart, really. But I feel like something's still missing. Maybe the thing you're missing isn't the song at all. Why not try dancing? Even a simple choreography might make a bigger impact than if you just sang the Song of Flames. Dancing, I hadn't thought of that, but it's a great idea. I could try some of the dances Shahina taught me already. I like that idea. I'd love to see you try. If that's decided, then let's try to come up with a quick routine for you. Why don't you join us, Van, since you're here and everything? Me? Pass. I was born with 2 left feet. That's not what I meant. You don't need to dance, just accompany her. We brought a tabla with us, actually to use in a performance. Yeah, that would make it easier to keep the rhythm. Van, please, I'll do better if you're here supporting me. Alright, fine, can't say no to that. Guess I'll just beat the drum to match the mood. That'd be perfect, let's give it our all. With the combined help of Sarah and Shahina, Fairy started practicing her performance. Though it was difficult for her to balance singing and dancing at first, her natural talents eventually shone through, helping her sing and dance in harmony. And as Van slowly got the hang of the drums, everything came together for a new Song of Flames. Thank you so much. I think that one went pretty well. That was stellar. I'm sure this is just what you needed to impress at your New Year's Festival, Fairy. If I do, it's thanks to you two and Van. I won't stop practicing until I can sing and dance like a proper priestess. And look at the timing here. The perfect audience just showed up. Huh? I'm glad to see you well, Farida. Abi, Kasim, Fee too? Most impressive to see an employer so dedicated he'll even provide assistance to his staff in matters of song and dance. Well, shit happens. Wasn't expecting a bunch of big shots like you to come by, though. I happened to bump into Marduk's security chief while I was patrolling Albert. We were just walking around when we spotted you guys. Just as surprised as you to bump into a Kruger Corps commander, though. Well, I visit the capital from time to time to take care of business. Thought to stop by and see how Farida was doing while I was at it. You're doing even better than I expected. You've grown, Farida, and it shows in the way you carry yourself. And that idea of yours, dancing as you sing. I like it. Surely you agree as well, Kasim. She's still got some work to do, still unstable on her feet, so her movements aren't particularly smooth just yet. If you're going for this, be sure to do your utmost. Of course, I just started, so it's not the best right now, but I'll keep practicing. Look forward to me flooring you. Security Chief's advice was actually reasonable. Maybe they're not that strained after all. And Arkride, let me congratulate you for a job well done on Aracion. Farida's grown so much since I entrusted her to you, I haven't regretted that choice. Glad to hear that. Would appreciate a heads up before having a whole-ass child dumped on me like that, though. But she's pulling her weight around the office, so all's good. Good to know. I'll leave my daughter in your care. She still has much to learn. I'll be looking forward to seeing you for the New Year's Festival, though, Farida. Of course. Thank you, Abi. You too, Kasim, Fee. I'll do my best as priestess, and with a Song of Flames. That way I can prove to you how much I've grown. I would be happy for her, too. No doubt. After they left, Sarah and Shahina helped Fairy in practicing the Song of Flames for a while longer. When they finished, Van and Fairy said their goodbyes and left. Alright, I'm heading back. Something up? No, it's just I've grown so much and I feel like I can keep growing even more if I stick with you, Van. Wherever you go, I'll follow. So thank you for continuing to take good care of me. Pushy for a part-timer, aren't you? Guess I'll keep looking after you. Least I can do as your boss. Of course.
I'm going to do my best so that Abi, Haida, you guys, so that everyone can be proud of me.
So we get the sharpshooter thing there.
What's next?
And I'm running out of time, so I gotta do this last one. Sightseeing flight from Arasu will be held in the capital during the Revolution Festival. To show gratitude, Agnes has been invited. And if I can spare some free time, so have I. Gotta admit, I'm kinda curious. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. I think this is where we're supposed to meet with them. Look who else is here. Van, Agnes! I had the impression this event was just for children. Are you going to be taking part too? That's right, I helped them out before when they were holding the event elsewhere. They invited me to come to this event as thanks for that. And she had an extra spot, so that's why I'm here. Not that I'm complaining, wanted to check the whole thing out myself. I'm a little jealous you get to join, to be honest. Would you mind keeping an eye on Yume? Yeah, I guess I can keep an eye on her. We'll have a lot of fun, Yume. Yay! Excellent, I see you arrived with your guest, Miss Claudel. We're going to make our way to the airport now, everyone. Stay close behind and make sure not to get lost. Okay. Van and Agnes accompany the children to the airport. There, the children were seen off by their parents and guardians as the whole group climbed on board the airship. Wow, everything looks so small from up here. I'm almost scared to look down. I feel like I might fall. Yeah, it's used taking my breath away. Never ridden an airship like this one before. Pretty neat, gotta say. I'm glad to hear it. It's always a pleasure to put a smile on people's faces. Hey, didn't see you when we boarded. Thank you very much for inviting us. Our pleasure. We were already here on a diplomatic visit to strengthen our relations with the Republic. We decided to borrow this idea from Horacion. And since you've been such a great help for us, Miss Agnes, it's only fair that we extend an invitation to you. Really, I should be the one thanking you that you would welcome us aboard your airship without a second thought. Come now, it was my pleasure. I'd rather you have fun than feel indebted. This is a sightseeing flight, after all. We'll be around seeing the sights ourselves if you need us. You two have a wonderful time now. If there's anything we can help with, feel free to ask. Enigmatic as ever, the guy. It's good to see they're enjoying themselves, though. Man, Agnes, that mop mart down there looks so tiny. Can't really tell from here. Everything else is tiny, too. Look all you want, but don't throw yourself overboard, yeah? Duh, I know better than that. This airship is so cool. I didn't know they could fly this high. But how does a ship this big fly in the sky anyway? That's a good question. The answer is one of the greatest breakthroughs in orbital technology. This airship's flight engine converts orbital energy into an anti-gravity field. That field is used to generate lift by... perhaps this is a bit too intricate for you on second thought. No, I get it. Tell me more. Anti-gravity? That's awesome. You really know your stuff. Admittedly, your incident in Horacion piqued my interest in airship mechanics. I decided to brush up on engineering textbooks and airship documents when I had the time. Did you know? Props. What you talking about? I want to know. I'm interested in airships too. Come on to Professor Claudel's Orbital Airships 101. Please, I'm no teacher. But it looks like my studying has come in handy. So in simpler terms, an airship flies by... Agnes' impromptu engineering lecture had the kids spellbound. The passengers then moved on to a special event in the seating area, leaving Van and Agnes to themselves on the deck. You did good handling the little buggers. Even got them to follow along with the actual science a bit. You'd make a great teacher, I think. Well, it helped that they were also eager to learn in the first place. All I did was sate their curiosity. There's Trion Tower. It looks so majestic from up here. Ain't a landmark for nothing. This really makes you appreciate how big it is. As so happens, my great-grandfather is behind its design. Was he? Looks awfully modern for how old it is. But that's Epstein for you. He was always thinking ahead. He played a role in the invention of airships as well. He formed his theory on orbital anti-gravity based on data collected from the Genesis. One of his students, Professor Russell, extrapolated that theory and turned it into a functioning flight engine. The rest, as they say, is history. Sometimes I can't tell if you're just making stuff up about him. So he laid the groundwork that eventually got us up here. That reduces it a little, but yes. My great-grandfather's research powers all these things we enjoy. Powers happiness the world over. Thinking about it like that, it really makes me happy. Yeah, and that's why you've been feeling uneasy lately. Now we've got these new weapons, this arms race between the assault frame and the Panzer Soldat. I can tell it's all getting you antsy. I can't hide anything from you, can I? In his diaries, my great-grandfather wrote at length about wanting to enrich people's lives with orbital technology. He dreamed of finding a way for people, for the whole world, to coexist with each other. But in this day and age, those ideals have been clouded. Military development marches on, using orbital technology for war. And of the foremost figures pushing the Republic's militarization is, well, President Gramhart, his grandson, my father. Sometimes I feel helpless thinking about it. I think that's a problem for all of us. You shouldn't feel like you have to shoulder it all by yourself. But I get why it's important to you. It's personal. Exactly. There's this one passage from his diaries that I always come back to. Orbital technology will grant man the power to reshape the entire world. And man will misstep on this new journey, but eventually he will find a path that leads to truth and harmony. He then discussed what those missteps might be and what developments might come with them. Chief among his worries was the arms race we see today, an insatiable lust for power. Power that perhaps we weren't meant to wield. Come to think of it, he first pushed the idea of singularities too, didn't he? Kinda get it, but it all just sounds so ludicrous to me. Well, if anybody knew their orbital stuff, it was him. Hard not to take his word for it. I'm just confused. On one hand, I have my great-grandfather who saw in orbits an instrument of peace. And on the other hand, I have my father who's using orbits to lead this country down a dark and disturbing path. What do I do with myself? What do I do with the future? I feel like I'm being swept up in this tide of change and I'm powerless to stop it. You ask me, though, I think your great-grandpa's smiling from up there. What do you mean? You're working with a Spriggan. You're sticking it to an A. You're sticking it to A. You've even been taking the Genesis back. Hell, even went to Horacion against your dad's wishes. None of that would have happened if you didn't take these things so seriously. Well, I feel like all those things just happen around me. I've only been searching for what I need to do, what my purpose is. But it takes a certain kind of person to look for that purpose to begin with. So the way I look at it, you're doing him mighty proud. It's clear to me you care a lot about your family and your country. And that's why what you're doing makes sense to me. You want the power to see your decision through when you finally do make it, am I right? Well, maybe you're right. I've still got a long way to go, but I think I'm getting there step by step. That's all I can do for now. Just keep moving and keep learning about the world around me. Trust my great-grandfather's visions for the future, trust my father's leadership as president, and trusting myself with my curious little job that's neither black nor white. That's the spirit. I really do owe you a lot, Van. I see my life in a much different way than before. I have you to thank for that. I will repay you someday, of that I'm sure. It's nothing. I was just a mirror for you is all. The way things are going, I think we'll have this Genesis business taken care of soon, too. Just gotta take things as they come, yeah? I do hope so. Attention passengers, we hope you've enjoyed your trip in the skies above Edith. We will be landing back at the airport shortly. We ask all passengers on the deck to please return to your seats and remain seated for landing. Has it really been that long? I hardly feel any time's passed at all. Time flies when you're having fun on an airship, eh? About time we head back now. Back to that big metropolis with plenty happening above and beneath it. Back to our little town. Van, Agnes, and Yume enjoyed their flight to the fullest. After saying their goodbyes to Prince Shuri, they disembarked and returned to Edith.
Watch over me, okay? So I can see things through.
Irreplaceable assistant. Support effect plus 5%. So yeah, that brings our business here to an end. When we pick up next time, we'll be moving forward with the storyline. So I'll see you guys there. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.